So good morning children. Now we are going to discuss the topic of lesson 3 motion in a straight line. You know that when an object is in motion, it changes its position with respect to time. How fast this object is changing its position with respect to time, that is represented by some of this physical quantity like average speed or average velocity. So here we are going to discuss first about this term average speed. So when we are considering a situation in which an object is traveling from A to B. So we consider the situation as an object is traveling from the one point to another point. Suppose I am traveling like this way from A to B. It is not along a straight line. It can be more like this way also. An object is moving from A to B. So in this case, we can calculate the average speed of this object as the total path length divided by the time taken to reach at this point B. So we can say that the average speed is equal to total path length divided by time taken. Suppose we are considering S is the total path length and let T be the time taken. So this is equal to, we can calculate as average speed is equal to, we can say that S by T. So this is the way we can calculate the average speed of this object. Suppose we are considering the situation which an object is traveling along a straight line like this. It is traveling from this point A to B. I mark this initial point as x1 and the final point as x2 and the corresponding time interval as t1 corresponding to the x1 t1 and corresponding to this x2 as t2. In this case, object is traveling along a straight path only. So in order to understand this rate of motion, we are using this term as average velocity. So this way we can find the value of this average velocity of this object. So the average velocity of this object is given by, what is that, we can say that distance or displacement divided by time taken. That means in this case that is x2 minus x1 divided by t2 minus t1. So this is the value of this average velocity of this object, x2 minus x1 divided by t2 minus t1. So this we can represent as average velocity is equal to average velocity x2 minus x1 we can represent as delta x and t2 minus t1 is delta t. So we can represent this average velocity as delta x by delta t. Along with this, so you remember this average velocity as delta x by delta t. Along with this, we can calculate one more important term, that is known as instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity. Let us see what is the meaning of this instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity means the velocity of an object at a particular instance of time. We know when an object is traveling along this path, for example in this straight line, what is the velocity of this object at every instance of time, for at this instant or at this instant, that we have calculated by this term instantaneous velocity. Now we are going to discuss another term along with this, that is instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity means velocity of an object at a particular instance of time. So, or we can define this instantaneous velocity as, which is the limiting value of this average velocity as the time interval delta t tends to 0. So the instantaneous velocity is defined as, which is represented by v, like this we are represented by v. So that is limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t. That means the limiting value of this average velocity, that is considered as the instantaneous velocity. Now according to the calculus, this we can represent as v is equal to dx by dt. That means the limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t. We are represented as dx by dt. That means this is we are represented as a dx by dt. That means the differential of this coefficient x with respect to time, or we can say that the rate of change of displacement with respect to time. So this is the way we can consider the case of an instantaneous velocity. Along with this, there are two more terms we are going to study, that is known as average acceleration and instantaneous acceleration. So first we will discuss the case of average acceleration. So when we are considering the case of an average acceleration, suppose we are considering the situation as an object is traveling along a straight line. Its initial velocity is considered as a v1 and final velocity is considered as a v2. Corresponding time interval as a t1 and t2. You see that this object is traveling along a straight line, straight path. So in this case, we can calculate the average acceleration as the average acceleration is given by, we can see that v2 minus v1, change of velocity divided by time. That means v2 minus v1 divided by t2 minus t1. So this we can represent as average acceleration is equal to delta v divided by delta t. So this is the expression for the average acceleration of this object. Average acceleration is given by delta v upon delta t. Along with this, we can study the case of instantaneous acceleration also. So in the case of instantaneous acceleration, we can define this instantaneous acceleration as, the acceleration of an object at a particular instance of a time. That means it is also defined as the limiting value of this average acceleration. So instantaneous acceleration is considered as a is equal to the limit delta t tends to 0, delta, you can see that it is the limiting value of this average acceleration. Average acceleration is given by delta v by delta t. So limit delta t tends to 0, delta v divided by delta t. So we can represent this situation as a is equal to dv divided by dt. So according to the calculus, we can define this as, what is that, differential of velocity with respect to this time. So this is where we can consider the case of instantaneous velocity, average acceleration and instantaneous acceleration. The instantaneous velocity of an object is given by v is equal to dx by dt, and average acceleration is given by delta v by delta t, and instantaneous acceleration is given by, what is that, rate of change of velocity, dv by dt. dv by dt means we can define this term as the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. So this is the way we can discuss.